I spent autumn of 2025 endlessly consuming Clair Obscur Expedition 33, hosting Andor night every Wednesday with my friends, and going to watch Les Mis live, experiencing its story for the first time. Who knew that my autumn in Australia would be dominated by the French? I witnessed the revolution of Les Mis standing firm against their systemic oppressors, steered by France's authoritarian police force, who were not unlike the authoritarian empire in Andor, whose corruption had set through every possible crevice to control the narrative, to write their own story, framing the resistance as the villain.
Desperately negotiate a peaceful demonstration. Local insurgents spread rumours through the night and have organised this highly volatile insurrection you see behind me now.
On the other end, the town of Lumiere in Clair Obscur Expedition 33 face a different kind of existential threat, as the Paintress dictates the next round of Lumiere citizens to be go-marched every year, quite literally wiping out the citizens of that age out of the canvas for good, tragically ending their lives in a sweeping instant. Though originally published by Victor Hugo in 1862, with its musical debut in Paris over a full century later in 1980, I saw the student-led revolution mirrored in the Gorman resistance in 2025. Les Mis' brutal police force so hauntingly mirrored by Andor's depiction of the Empire, with Season 2 only doubling down on their fascism. The irony then that Andor is only legally available to stream on a platform systematically enabling what is perhaps the most documented and ongoing genocide is not lost on me. I am not the first, nor will I be the last to express that these two works of art hold a mirror to the horrors of our planet, far, far away from the solar system occupied by Gorman and a century and a half after the original works of Victor Hugo.
This is Bravo 1. This is Bravo 1. We are under siege. We're being slaughtered. The imperial murder of Gorman has begun. There are hundreds of bodies this moment. As I say these words, hundreds of murdered Gorman lay dead in Bravo Plaza.
Autumn reminded me of something we all know to be true, that art can so strikingly align with the horrors of our world, even when it doesn't necessarily mean to.
Forward. This is murder! The Empire built this fire. They made this fire and led us to the slaughter. Now they expect us to die without knowing why.
As autumn was coming to an end, so was my time with Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Looking past the fact that it is simply one of the best games I played full stop, the game paints this sorrowfully beautiful picture of personal sacrifice. I won't be spoiling how exactly, but when I think about Lumiere's expeditions and all the trodden roads laid by all those expeditions before, for all those who come after, I can't help but feel empowered. Empowered by this uprising clearly marked for death, a revolution already on its final third of the way through, accepting that they will likely fail, finding solace in knowing that failure could clear the way for the next party to plunge just a little deeper, finding absolution in knowing or hoping that they did, that the weight of the next burden carried is just a little lighter thanks to their efforts, so that every victory inches closer to Lumiere's right to exist beyond the shadow of the Paintress. Cassian Andor, who, by the end of Season 2, mere moments away from embarking on what would ultimately be his final odyssey, carries that burden within him, if just for a little while longer. It's hard to tell for sure, but in spite of all the pain and the horrors of the Empire, it is in these final moments of the show that I think he himself found that absolution, seeing the seeds of the rebellion blossom beyond anything he thought worth his life, something that will last long, long after he's gone. Autumn had come to an end, but its leaves remain everywhere.
The rebellion isn't here anymore. It's flown away. It's everywhere now. There's a whole galaxy out there waiting to disgust you.